If you were alive any time in the early 2000s, you can probably remember Skate 3's wild and wacky stunts and player created content, ranging from custom skate parks to even crazy characters. But what if I told you that Skate began its early days as a complete and utter failure? This is a story of how a game that was forgotten and doomed to fail became a cultural phenomenon. Why did Skate 3 fail when it launched, and what did everybody miss? Skate 3 is a 2010 skateboarding game and is the third installment in the Skate series. It's the sequel to 2009's Skate 2 and was developed by EA Black Box and published by Electronic Arts. It was released worldwide in May 2010 for the PS3 and Xbox 360. The game takes place in the fictional city of Port Carverton, which embraces skateboarding instead of criminalizing it, unlike the skateboarding is a crime mentality portrayed in the second game. In the beginning, the game promised a fresh take on skateboarding games, offering realism and precise controls, which was a stark disparity to the arcade-style chaos of the Tony Hawk series that dominated the genre for years before. There was a variation of criticism, but not all of it was strictly positive or negative. Many praised its unique flick-it controls and immersed sandbox environments, but commercially it flopped, and the reason was actually quite surprising. When Skate 3 launched, the Tony Hawk series still dominated the skateboarding genre. The game was released alongside other blockbuster games, and that made it easy to overlook. Many thought this was the end of the franchise and would be the final nail in the coffin for EA's beloved entry to the skateboarding scene. The game's sales reflected this sentiment. Initial reports showed it moved just over 2 million units in its first year, a far cry from its predecessor's success. Skate 3 received generally favourable reviews from critics on both platforms according to the review aggregator Metacritic. In Japan, Famitsu gave both console copies each a score of 3 7s and 1 8 for a total of 29 out of 40. But what seemed like a failure was a blessing in disguise. It set the stage for an incredible comeback that would ultimately leave people in awe, proving that timing and cultural shifts can redefine a game's legacy. The explosion of YouTube and meme culture shook things up in the tech world after 2012. By 2014, YouTube was a major player with over 300 hours of video being uploaded every minute, and meme culture had embedded itself in internet humour. Content creators latched onto Skate 3's infamous glitches, creating compilations that overwhelmed algorithms. These videos, often showcasing characters twisting unnaturally in mid-air, skateboards disappearing, or ragdoll physics gone awry, went viral. For example, PewDiePie and Vanoss Gaming, two YouTube giants, generated millions of views with Skate 3 content, drawing more attention to the game than EA's actual original marketing campaign. This propelled Skate 3 into a second life as a comedy goldmine, becoming a nostalgic trip for millennials and a chaotic sandbox for the general player. By 2015, Skate 3 was among the top requested backwards compatible titles on Xbox, further solidifying its meme-fueled resurgence. Backwards compatibility played a pivotal role in Skate 3's revival, breathing new life into a game once thought to be a commercial failure. In 2016, Skate 3 was added to the list of Xbox One backwards compatible games, following a surge of requests from fans. This move allowed a new generation of players to experience the game, while longtime fans could revisit it on modern hardware. Timing was crucial. Backward compatibility coincided with Skate 3's rise as a meme-fueled sensation on YouTube and Twitch, amplifying its rediscovery. For many, being able to play Skate 3 without the need for outdated consoles made it more accessible than ever, and the game quickly gained momentum in digital sales. According to the Xbox statistics, Skate 3 was one of the most downloaded backwards compatible games within months of its edition, ranking among fan favourite titles like Red Dead Redemption and Black Ops 2. This accessibility directly contributed to its newfound popularity, as players could now easily share their gameplays, glitches, and custom skate parks with online communities. Game's inclusion in the backwards compatibility program also ensured that it remained relevant in a gaming landscape dominated by modern titles. Xbox Game Pass added Skate 3 to its catalogue in subsequent years, increasing the game's visibility even further. By removing financial barriers, Game Pass allowed players who had never purchased the original game to dive into its chaotic and creative world. This influx of new players created a feedback loop, with the game becoming a recurring trend on social media platforms like TikTok and YouTube. Skate 3's charm was more than just memes, it was about freedom. Players felt an unmatched connection to the game because it allowed them to play their way. Designing skate parks, attempting crazy stunts, or laughing at failed tricks became the core of his experience. It wasn't about grinding through strict objectives, but embracing creativity. For example, over 5 million custom skate parks were uploaded to EA's servers during its peak, showcasing player creativity. The game's physics engine, designed for realism, often led to unintended yet hilarious moments. This unpredictability made failure entertaining, setting Skate 3 apart from competitors like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Gamers loved the sense of agency, and the open world chaos acted as a blank canvas for creativity. Fans also created viral stunts and even machinima series such as the Hall of Meat Chronicles, which added to its growing popularity. Skate 3's influence on the gaming industry was undeniable. His resurgence inspired new skateboarding games like Session and Skater XL, which embraces open-world, player-focused design. Even the remakes of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 incorporated lessons learnt from Skate, adding features like sandbox-style exploration and relaxed objectives to keep gameplay fun and flexible. According to Games Industry, Skate 3's comeback was reflected in sales. In October 2020, the game shot up to the 3rd spot on the UK digital sales chart, a decade after its release. This was no small feat, as it outpaced contemporary hits like FIFA 21 and even Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. The buzz culminated in EA's announcement of a new entry in the series, simply titled Skate. The next installment is set to enter early access in 2025 and shows the franchise's lasting appeal. Skate 3's revival was fueled by online communities and not traditional marketing. Kotaku emphasized that YouTube and Twitch content creators were pivotal in revitalizing his legacy. Players' organic love for the game combined with creative video content reshaped public perception, and by 2021, Skate 3 related content had over 2 billion views across platforms, with clips regularly trending on TikTok. This player-driven resurgence not only saved the franchise, but set a precedent of how online communities can breathe life into forgotten games. It showed that failure doesn't mean the end, it can be the start of something new. Skate 3 flourished, driven by the freedom it gave players to enjoy the game their way, a principle that EA plans to expand on in Skate 4. The story of Skate 3 is far from finished. The game's journey from overlooked release to cultural phenomenon highlights the power of creativity and community. This resurgence has paved the way for the next installment, officially titled Skate. Developed by EA's Full Circle studio, the game is set to launch in early access in 2025 on PC, PlayStation, Xbox and mobile, making the franchise's first appearance on PC. Skate is designed as a fully cross-platform experience with cross-play and cross-progression, allowing players to seamlessly transition between devices. The game introduces a massive open-world city called San Amsterdam, emphasizing user-generated content and collaboration. Players will have the freedom to create custom skate spots with others, adding a social, creative layer to the gameplay. The signature Flick-It control system, which defined the series, has been rebuilt with improved accuracy, featuring new tricks such as whallies, slappies, bone dollies, variable speed flip tricks, and held flip tricks to reflect the evolution of skateboarding. Adopting a free-to-play model, Skate will steer clear of controversial monetization tactics like pay-to-win mechanics, loot boxes, or locked content. Instead, cosmetic items will serve as the primary source of revenue, allowing players to customize their gear and boards without compromising the core experience. And since 2022, Full Circle has been engaging with the community through extensive playtesting, giving fans a direct role in shaping the game. Initial playtests focused on PC, with console testing set to begin in late 2024. These efforts underscored the developers' commitment to delivering a player-driven experience. The buzz surrounding Skate is a testament to the enduring appeal of the franchise. With Skate, the series aims to evolve while staying true to its roots, fostering creativity, fun and freedom. Fans have eagerly awaited its return, and with some dubbing it the most anticipated sports game in recent memory. The game will also include modern features like community-driven events, an evolving open-world city, and social challenges to keep players engaged. Skate is more than a sequel, it is a testament of the franchise's lasting cultural impact. If you found this breakdown useful, give the video a like and consider subscribing for more deep dives into the stories behind the games we play. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.